Greetings, greetings, y'all. Greetings, greetings. So today it is March 20th. And the download that we have for today is... Hold on. Let me turn this off. Because it's too loud right now. Turn it down some, Israel. Turn it down some. Turn it down some. So, it is March 20th, a day after my firstborn birthday. My firstborn, first pregnancy, first manifestation. We didn't do much because my son, he's at an age where he understands. And really pretty much all he wanted was Roblox. And we went out to dinner. We were going to go to a go-kart racing thing. But you know, by your birthday being on a weekday, it is a little different because stuff closed early or stuff don't be open. So, but I did take him swimming. So let me say this. My son turned 9. We went to a gas station yesterday. And I didn't even pay attention to the pump number. I never really do until I look at it and see. I ended up pulling up on pump 9. We caught the clock at 9:09. It was just a lot of 9s everywhere we went. My son's actual birthday is March 19th. So he was turning 9 on the 19th. We pulled up at pump 9. You know, it was just a lot of different 9s popping up for my baby boy. So, whoa, this was just so deep, y'all. So, those of you that don't understand or don't know me, I'm going to just give a brief summary. When I was 10 years old, the doctor told me after a house explosion that I was never going to have children. Well, the doctor didn't tell me, it told my parent. And my parent, you know, told me, then called around. They did a lot of testing. I had like a lot of physical therapy. And it kind of sucked because I don't care what nobody say. Women are born mothers. Even if you didn't birth your own children, you are a mother of all. I call women that is unlucky to have children. I don't find it unlucky. I just feel like they are a mother of all. They have a different type of parenting skill within their DNA, meaning as you can adopt, save a child. You know, you can go and get pets, or you could just, you know, be a person that adopt children. People that adopt children always end up being great mothers. It's some great mothers and some horrible. I say just like it's some good mothers that actually birth their children and some fucking bad ones. So it is what it is. But here, this is a deep download, but I want y'all to listen to it. If you have the space to comprehend it. So, ever since I say around 6-7 years old, I used to get a basketball, right? And I used to put this basketball in my stomach. And I used to be like, I couldn't do it around my parents, of course. They didn't play that shit. But I do it in the room with my sister. And I'm like, I'm having a son. And I would play with myself, y'all. Like, my sister wouldn't play with me. She'd leave out, go with my brother, or go in the living room with my mom. And it would just be me in the room playing by myself. And I'll be talking to this ball while it's in my stomach. Like, you gonna be a strong little prince. You gonna be mommy, baby. You gonna be coming. Because everybody always called me Cinderella growing up. But I never understood why. But after I started growing up, I actually did go through a Cinderella stage where I was the slave around the house and the mistreated one after so long. But let me finish the story. So I used to always picture myself being a mom of a son. So after the house explosion, when they told my mom that I was never going to be able to have children because my pelvic bone was broken in many places, and that's what hold the babies up there, I used to feel bad, but I didn't. It's just I always had this faith that was in me so deeply rooted. Nothing or no man or no woman can stop this faith. So I did believe it at one point because I really wanted a baby as a teenager, but I wasn't able to have one as a teenager. When I turned 19, me and my best friend started seeing each other right after my soulmate passed away. But as I grew older, I see that my best friend preyed on my emotions too. You know, that's why you got to be careful when you grieving. It's men out here that will prey on you when you grieving. Because I never was attracted to my best friend. I never really wanted to go far with my best friend. But somehow, when me and my best friend began to intertwine, I ended up getting pregnant instantly. Like maybe a month after we start getting serious. I've been knowing this man since I was 11 years old. Anywho, I had my firstborn son. I was pregnant with him. I was carrying him. I was emotional yesterday. 9 in the chat, Ashe. I was emotional yesterday on my son's birthday because that firstborn saved your life. He was the vessel to be chosen for your son. Yes, he was. And I always look at it, when I finally healed and looked at it when I was going through shadow work, by me being such a good person damn near all my life, I've always been like this real sweet girl that didn't want to disrespect her parents. But at one point I had to, stand up for myself because nobody else was. But I was always this sweet, sweet girl. And I guess I needed a side of balance, which is wickedness. And I don't care what nobody say. This ain't no front. My children's dad is wicked as fuck. He find balance, and it's like he just got this personality disorder where one minute he nice and trying to work out funding for the children or anything like that. The next minute he's trying to find ways to argue with me and stuff like that. And I ignore his ass, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. He don't even know my address. I ignore his ass. I don't want to be bothered with this motherfucker ever. Anywho, but I still love him because that's my children's dad. I don't wish bad on him. So that's what I learned. But if you watch my YouTube videos, it'll explain to you that. And I told him that one day. I said I needed that balance. I couldn't make a child with my first boyfriend because he was a Christian. He was good. He wasn't ready for no children. He was the only child. My son would have had a beautiful family if I would have started it with him. But it was meant for that balance to happen because I couldn't have a baby with nobody else but him. And I've tried and then I cried. Before I had my son, this is a touchy subject, but before I had my son, I had just lost my soulmate, my twin flame, Fred. Every time I speak about Fred, I get emotional. Before Fred, a few years before Fred passed, I lost my grandfather, the only man that loved me. But when I lost Fred, it hurt more because that was a man that connected to my soul. He didn't connect to my body. He was patient with me. He didn't rush me. He didn't play about me like energetically. So when I lost Fred, y'all, I felt like I had nothing to live for. Here I am, this teenager girl that's 18. just moved in an apartment that's bed bug infested, roach infested, but I took my first ever money and went and got me a $400 apartment because I was homeless and in and out of people's houses and families and everything since the age 12. My mom put me out every time she got mad or she felt like I wanted her man. My dad was always in the street. His girlfriends just abused me. My relatives, my aunts and uncles, I had one auntie that loved me to the core, but she turned on me because her kids told her she loved me more than them. I was being from house to house since 12 years old. And at 18, I made the decision to end my own life. And I was serious. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. They can call you a liar, a victim seeker, trying to make yourself the victim. I'm not trying to make myself the victim. I'm telling you my story, and it's the truth. I wanted to go. You took my granddad. You took every motherfucking body that loved me. Every friend you give me, they turn bad. Every motherfucking man I meet, they just want my body, and I don't want to share it this time. I'm tired. I hate this life. I'm ready to fucking go. And I told God, this is when I was a heavy believer that God was just a man and it wasn't a mother. I didn't have much faith, didn't know how to pray. All I know is I basically was holding God at bloom point. Like, hey, robbing God. Like, hey, I don't know what you got me on this planet for. I done been in house explosions. I done had seizures as a kid. Not seizures. I done had a stroke as a 13-year-old. I don't know. I done got abused by every evil stepmother. I done got abused by my mother. I done got abused by my father. I done got essayed. I done got treated so horribly. What am I here for? If you don't give, and you took my grandfather, you took my soulmate, you took the only people that truly care for me, and I'm here on this planet all alone. I can't have children is what the doctor said. God, I ask you, please, if I can just get a child. I don't care what this child gonna be, but in my soul, I always crave for a son first. I said, just send me somebody that's gonna love me for me, and I'm gonna love them for them, and nobody can turn me and this child against each other because this person come from me. This is all mine. I said, please, if I don't have a child, I'm gonna take myself out because I just don't want to be here no more. This is how horribly people treated me in my life. And I look back at it like, damn, I was such a sweetheart. I'm still a sweetheart. It's just I got boundaries now. Nobody knew this. I never told my children's dad, which was my best friend at the time. I never told any of my female friends. I never told no parents. I never told nobody. This was just me. I think it was like 3 a.m. I was up in this scary apartment by myself, 18 years old, trying to find another apartment, live next door to creeps. I was scared in this apartment every night to go to sleep. I slept with a weight behind my door. And I just was crying so hard, too. It was like, you know how you crying like you just got a whooping and you like, that's how I was. And when me and my children's dad, we began getting intimate after, a while of him coming over and stuff like that. And when we started getting intimate, I was like, I gotta move. We ended up finding a place. Like 3 weeks later, literally. 3 to 4 weeks later, the next month, I was still 18 going on 19 soon. So I think we moved like around April, March. And I say around February, March, I moved in this house. I say March. I was going to turn 19 that May. I found out I was pregnant with my son in April at my new apartment. And I found out so slick, like, because my cycle messed up a little bit, y'all. But I was like, a baby was crying next door, and I heard a baby crying, and it was screaming, and my ears was like super tuned in, and I was like, what the hell? And no kid was next door or nothing like that. So, and the girl, she was pregnant too. Nobody had a fucking child. I thought I was going crazy. And I looked at my kid's dad like 2 days later, and I was like, I'm pregnant. He like, how you know? You took a test, it said negative. The test I took at home said negative. Y'all, why when I go to the doctor, I'm pregnant, but I end up being like way earlier than a pregnancy test can even tell you, but the doctors had like a real faint line. And it was so weird because I was pregnant before six. You know how they say you could find out a week before, a week after. I found out so early, like so early. And I like to tell people that my son saved my life. The gods saved my life. Because God knew I was serious this time. God knew I was serious that time. They like, oh no, she never came to us and said this. Damn, we didn't let the wicked people in our family sacrifice the ones that loved her. We didn't let all this stuff. She done been through hell and back. We never seen her as severe as this. I was serious. I think God was reading my motherfucking soul like, yeah, we gotta give her something. And when I had my son, y'all, it changed everything. I had a lip piercing. My son be asking me, like, he asked me yesterday on his birthday too. He's like, Mommy, where's the little dot right there? That's a mole. I said, no, I had a lip piercing. But when I found out I was pregnant with you around 7 months, I took it out because I said, I want my son to see me pure. I don't want my son. I went to every goddamn parenting class. I went to swimming classes where I can, at CPR classes, that way I could save my son or my children. I went to breastfeeding classes, and I remember people used to be like, you don't got to go to no class to learn to be a mother. You just learn it naturally. I said, no, I need to learn it. I don't want to take no advice from any of you in my family. Y'all failed me. I barely made it out, and I was telling them that shit to their face. I barely made it out. Why would I take advice from you? You treated me like bullshit. I want to learn from the people that actually can teach you some things. I want to learn. When I tell y'all I was 19 years old, pregnant with my son, I went to every class. I didn't miss one. The classes were in my hospital where I was giving birth to my son, for one. In these classes, I will schedule my appointments the same day as the class, but an hour earlier. That way I can also make it to the class on time. When I tell you I had my son, I went through a partying phase with my son, but I stopped quickly. When I tell you my son has went through a lot with me. We done went through a battered women's shelter 8 years ago. Me and my son has seen me fight a lot of people. My son has seen my whole fucking family turn on me. My son has seen his mommy broken, but he also seen, well, I wasn't broke, I was damaged. He seen his mom damaged, but he see his mom growth now. When I tell you, when I started growing, these people was trying to take my son from me. These people in my family so fucking wicked. As I sit and think about this, like, damn. Y'all, not only did y'all sacrifice my grandfather, sacrifice my twin soul, my soulmate, gave me this bitter, evil-ass best friend that was a foreman for the longest, and then just preyed on me because he know if I was with my soulmate, my son would be my soulmate baby. Preyed on my emotions because I was broken from losing Fred. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's really facts, y'all. When you lose somebody, be careful what people try to come around, because it's demon men that will try to come around your life when you're grieving because you can't see clearly. You too broken to even see clearly. Be mindful of those type of men. And women too. It's people out here like that. So, like, to see all this stuff happen, and then to see when I finally have my son, they tried to turned my baby against me, tried to take my son. Like, it got so crazy. Like, that's why I had to get the fuck away. I had to. And if you come around me, baby, them signs out there for a reason. On top of that, it's premeditated off rip. So I'm not sitting in jail for more than 24 hours. Because you got to travel damn near an hour to get to my house from your house. And when you get here, you have enough time to think about what you're trying to do when you get to my fucking doorstep. And these are the things that remind me. Now, I'm not holding on to it. I don't have no grudges. But this type of shit remind me why I should never go back to you motherfuckers. How dare you treat me like Cinderella? Like, you treated me so badly. My dad, I was a daddy's girl for a while, y'all. My dad wasn't just started off awful. I was a daddy's girl. I used to get whatever I want from my dad. But they turned him against me too. When he had another baby with this stepmother that was evil as hell too. But with a smile. They said, hey, if we get him to love her, we ain't go clip him. We just go get him to sell her out. My dad had turned his back on me. Oh, shit. My bad, y'all. That alcohol went up my damn nostril. So, my dad then turned his back. Turned on me when he had another child. Had a child with these people. The child ended up didn't like me either after a while. Turned on me too. So they said, hey, if we get her dad to turn on her, he'd just always have the wicked, evil stepmothers. Y'all, when I tell you I was attacked by my mother, I was attacked by her husband. When I started becoming of age, her husband tried to, you know what? When I tell you I was attacked by my dad, women, and then later down the line, my dad started attacking me. When I tell you, that shit was scary. That was scary. As a teenager girl, as a little girl, and your mom hates you, your dad hates you, your stepdad hates you, your stepmom hates you. Who the fuck was I supposed to turn to? They say God. I was mad at God. Because God, how the fuck did you let this happen to me? Did I deserve this life? Did I really? Then I had siblings. I love my siblings. They turned on me. Oh, that was easy fix right there. That was easy for the parents to turn the siblings against you. And they be like, oh, you still hold grudges. Why you don't come around them? We still love you. No, but I get it. I'm not going to say they hated me. I'm not going to say they didn't love me. Everybody's love language is different. Some people find love in the most toxic, harmful things. Some people find love in the most gentle, peaceful things. So it was all in all. But here's the thing. Having my son, I always used to speak these words since a little girl. I'm not going to treat my children like that. I'm not going to treat my kids like that. I'm not going to do my kids like that. Not have babies. I'm going to love my babies so much that they ain't going to never look for love outside of themselves. When I tell you, having my children was the best thing that I could have ever done on this planet. It wouldn't be no K Nirvana right now if I hadn't been graced with my son. I made so many different sacrifices. I caught buses to work. I stayed in a shelter. I did everything I was supposed to do just to ensure that my son had a home, a stable home. I stayed in homes longer because I used to be the house so much. I had to learn how to detach from certain houses. I stayed in houses for so long, 6 years, just because I knew how I feel to be house to house. When these people get mad at you for telling your story, they're mad because your story is valid. Your story is true. 555 on the clock. 555 changes here. But either way it go, my son had a beautiful birthday. And this another thing, y'all. Every year my son turn is the year I turn. So my son has turned 9 this year. I'll be 29 this year. My son, when he turned 10, I will be 30. When he turned 11, I will be 31. So we are in sync. This is my baby, my best friend, my protector, my sweet boy, my irritator. All in all, this is my beautiful boy, my God, my son. Anywho, so those of you that don't know, it is harvest season. And this harvest season is different. A lot of you may be like, damn, a lot of people exposing people. A lot of people are only exposing people is because they're going through a harvest. It's not harvest, my bad. Humiliation ritual. This is humiliation ritual season. And I'm going to tell you why. Usually it come around a different time. But this is simply because the chosen ones has broken the curse off their life. Our destinies are divinely protected even from our negative thoughts, our negative projections. Our destinies are protected even from us. And that's because we shift the awakening consciousness here on this realm. We kept going even when they try to find ways to pin us back into some type of illusion of mental imprisonment, spiritual imprisonment, physical imprisonment. We learn how to free ourselves from our own projections of self. So you will see a lot of people, celebrities, people, regular people, police officers, church folk, Christian folk, Jehovah's Witnesses folk. You will see a lot of people start getting on these social sites or in person, humiliating each other. Now, let me tell you what a humiliation ritual is. When somebody get up there and clown you for something. When somebody get up there around a lot of people and they get to just airing out business on how they feel. When people just come out in the woodwork, these silent people been silent for so long, but soon as they come out the woodwork, they got a lot to say about this and that. A lot of people want to come back into your life because they want to humiliate you to try to steer you from your destiny. But they're too fucking late. You cannot distract us from our destiny because it's already written in stone and stars in the universal and the astral realms. It's already written. We can't even stop our destiny. We can be thinking negative and be like, hold on, wait, them ain't even our thoughts. Our thoughts like, no, that's not your thought. That's a projection of somebody else. Be mindful of people that want to put you in humiliation rituals. Humiliation rituals don't automatically look like it's a curse and spell work right then and there when you in it. But I'm going to warn you on what it is. You go around your family, you ain't seen them in a while. As soon as you walk up, everybody, hey, girl. And you got that one relative or that one auntie, that one uncle. Yeah, didn't your baby daddy just try to put his hands on you? Didn't you just get into a fight with your job? How that job going? Them girls still treating you like that? That is a humiliation ritual. Girl, you sure done lost a lot of weight. Looking like you're sick. You sure you went to the doctor? Oh, girl, you done gained a lot of weight. Goddamn, you stress eating? Or then you ain't got no man yet? I heard her man was cheating on her. That is a humiliation ritual. You thought it was just gossip. See, they tricked you, and they've been tricking our people for the longest. Nowadays, the white motherfucker ain't even got to come and treat you wrong. It's your own people. They learned the tricks from Massa. They learn how to enslave you so you can be their slave. That's why most of you probably were mistreated as children and taught to clean up and do everything for everybody. Cook, clean, do every goddamn thing. Because it was a part of the humiliation ritual. You remember when your mama used to call and tell all your business when you got in trouble in school, when you lost your V card, when you didn't wash up properly, even though they didn't teach you how to wash up properly, when you didn't do this and do that, and your parents on the phone, girl, let me tell you what this bitch did. Let me tell you this motherfucker did. What, girl? Yeah, this motherfucker running around here thinking she grown because she got a little man, a little boyfriend, and I don't even know how to wipe her butt. That is a humiliation ritual. When a whole family know your traumatic situations or your trauma that you've endured at home. But as soon as you try to open your mouth, your parents, what goes on in this house, stay in this house. You don't be telling my business. Don't be telling my business because you will open up that throat chakra to save your voice. I tell my children to speak their mind. Even when my children say that I'm irritating, they speak their mind. When me and my children go through stuff at home, I don't call no whole motherfucking family. I don't even put my children on social media for real. What the fuck make you think I'm about to put my children in humiliation rituals because you motherfuckers projected that on into our lives growing up? You hear what I'm saying? When I got my first STD, you got your auntie told the whole family right up under the nose, like, yeah, you know she got her first STD. I was only, 15, 16. Okay. You get what I'm saying? That is humiliation ritual. And that ritual is to get everybody to look at you with their energy intentions and to look down on you, and it can pull you out of your shell. So let me tell you how to... I love me some you. I love you too, baby. Let me tell you how you can break the humiliation ritual curse. Because the humiliation ritual that happens in the matrix, which is on this RAM, right? It can also help you in your greatest good. See, when they try to put you in this humiliation ritual, you can look at their faces, smile at them, and say, I know what you up to, you little sneaky bastard. You can't win. I say they're going to end up embarrassing themselves when you just let them just project and talk to themselves. You be a mirror to them bitches. You don't say nothing. You just look at them, smirk and smile. And that's going to make them want to fight you. And that's when you know you won the humiliation ritual. Another way to win the humiliation ritual, don't go around the motherfuckers. So when they pop up at your house, they're going to be the only ones humiliated. Okay? The humiliation ritual happens when you're on your next phase of your journey. When you're finna travel. When you're about to release the old projections of the old life. You're shedding your old life and birthing out new things. You're birthing out a new business, new car, new loan, new way to recruit money, new way to get good friends, good vibrations around you, a new way to pull some different type of loving energy around your life. The new year, April 1st. Sometimes you gotta play the fool to be the fool on April Fool's Day, I say. So, why you think they don't take that off the calendar? They done took everything else. They done took Black History Month off the calendars, but they didn't take April Fool's Day off. You want to know why? Because they know that's the day of the new year. They know it. That's why they want to make it seem like we a fool for celebrating it. But be careful what you play on. Say, April Fool's, girl, I done got into this. April Fool's, don't do no shit like that. Say, girl, I done hit the lottery. April Fools. And you go hit the lottery. And who's the fool? The fool that played the fool. I say, you better manifest on that day, baby. You better. Girl, I done came up on $20,000. April Fools. That is a manifestation day. Please do not try to play no tricks. And if somebody play one on you, you say, I do not agree with that projection. Send it back to the sender and send it back right back at you, baby. Because when they project on you, you send it back to their ass and they should be the ones go through it. I say. So, another form of humiliation, you have the neighbors. This when the neighbors want to put you in a humiliation ritual. And you can be called to confront their ass too around this season. But don't. It's all an illusion. Okay? I was in a car yesterday. I'm looking good as hell. My children looking good. It feel good on my birthday. But my son's birthday, it's my birthday too, because I gave birth to him. Before my son's birthday, the weather on the app kept on switching up. I said, that's just the negative entities, the matrix. But I kept saying, it's going to be a beautiful day on your birthday, baby. Baby, when I tell you it was beautiful on his birthday. So we turn the corner. Here go the matrix. They got this little Caucasian two men sitting in the front seat just looking so jealous and evil. They don't even know why they evil. They just evil because it's in their DNA. I say just a pit bull ready to attack. No. A mud mixed breed. I say German Shepherd mixed with a Don Julio dog. Anywho, we turned. They on the side of us. They looking at me like. I speed up and look back at their ass like, fuck you talking about, boy. And they were scared as hell. They put their head straight as hell like. I said, you don't gotta say nothing. You can just own that shit. You giving energy, I take it, and I show you who really dominant over the energy. So, another thing that happened, y'all, there's a few things that happened. I had somebody get in front of me, press on their brakes. I had somebody behind me trying to speed up on my butt. People were just weird, y'all. It was so weird because they know me and my children then went through another fucking portal, a 999 completion portal. We go to a restaurant. Mind you, I haven't seen nobody. Why did I see somebody that beat me up when I was in middle school? A girl that beat me up in middle school, and her energy was so negative. She seen me. I know she probably seen me and remember me, but I remembered her. I said, as soon as I seen her, I remember because my body started feeling weird. But she was assigned from the Matrix to attack my vessel. And ever since she used to be so pretty too. When she beat me up when I was younger, she used to be so pretty. I thought she was so pretty. And they jumped me, though. It wasn't a one-on-one fight. They jumped me. But she did win, though. But they jumped me. And I was real skinny and little, too, y'all. She jumped me. Her and her friend. But she was so pretty. But now, ever since we end up facing each other in high school again, too, y'all. And her lip is stuck like this. So she talked like this now. Still to this day, she talked like this. And I believe she's genuinely cursed for doing what she did to me. When I tell you had blood clot in my eye, everything, this girl fucked me up. And it was over some he say, she say stuff. It was never me trying to fight her for real. It was just he say, she say. It was because a boy that she was dating liked me. That's what the tea was. So, anywho, and I was like, yeah, he my boyfriend. We was playing around. I called him my boyfriend. The whole time, it was her boyfriend, and they jumped me because of that. But when I see her in there, her daughter look at me, and her daughter gives eye contact to me. And I look at her daughter, and her daughter instantly like, I said, you are what you create. She created a monster because she's the monster. So I started feeling this eerie feeling in my energy. And I just bust out laughing. I got a video too, y'all. I bust out laughing. Like, my son and my daughter probably looking at me like, what the fuck should I for? Because I knew it was the Matrix. How the fuck I never see this woman, never seen her again, nothing. All of a sudden, she's placed back in my peripheral. Sitting right across from me. We sharing the same server too. Yeah, we know what this is. We know exactly what this is. You sneaky government official, Matrix working, Truman Show using motherfuckers. Y'all, what y'all trying to do? See if I'm still scared? Because I was scared to go back to school after a few days when she tore my ass up that bad. But it had my whole family out there, y'all. So it ended in a real big thing. Like, my whole family was out there. Everybody was out there tearing their ass up. So it was still one-on-one. But I got beat up twice. Mom was like, go beat her. I got out the car. I was like, I'm going to just be brave. Tried to fight her, and she beat my ass up again. I said, Ma, help. But I was so little. I was in middle school, and she was like, it was a middle school and a high school sharing. So I was in middle school, and she was like in 10th grade. So she told me up, y'all. And she was grown. You could tell she was very sexually active. I wasn't. I was still a little peeny weeny boneless virgin. I say. So told me up. Anywho, I learned how to fight after that. When I seen her again in high school, y'all, I sat right across from her and I stared at her eating. I was finna tear her ass up. I wanted her to get up and swing on me. She knew, and she started being scared of me. And she was finna graduate that year too. So we didn't stay in high school that long together, only for like a year, that's it. So what I got by me seeing her was, it was the energy to see if I still feared that, if my body still felt that, and I did. But I owned it. I will tear your ass up in here on my son's birthday. I will tear this whole motherfucker up. And I've been wanting to tear some shit up. That's the vibe I got, though. Like, she was throwing off this weird negative energy. Like, her energy was just so robotic. So I knew it was the Matrix trying to pull me back in. But I said that in my head. And I gave off that energy. But then I calmed back down. I said, I ain't worried about that. I ain't tripping about that. And me and my children. But I looked at her and her children. And I looked at me and mine. I said, damn, we got watches on. We got jewelry on. We and this bitch looking good than a motherfucker. Got stacks of money on me and shit. Got to put it in a bank. I said, I'm looking over at her. She's still like this. Talking and gossiping. All I hear is her gossiping. I don't hear what she's saying, but I hear her gossiping about people. And she's like this. Man, she over there looking dim as hell. Don't even have a light around her. So the vibrations is still low as hell. I said, damn. I send them love. Kept eating my food, looking good in the motherfucker. I done pulled off. They in their own. So I pulled off in some shit, some little hot shit. You know, it was very much alchemy. Because we still enjoyed ourselves. Still enjoyed 19 on the chat, my baby birthday. Still enjoyed myself. Do not let the Matrix pull you into these humiliation rituals because they're here. These people want to humiliate you. They want to trigger you. They want to come back in your life and play with you. But then simply will turn around and try to throw energy. That's just like my son's daddy. Oh yeah, we not sparing nobody this year. This the year where we look at a motherfucker in their face and square up with all the truth that we shall spit. Your venom, your curses, your poison don't have shit on my healing abilities to speak my throat chakra. We gonna talk about the Father. Not even a father, because the real father is Ra. We're gonna talk about the dad. How you called my son on his birthday and made false promises once more. But my children don't give a fuck. You ain't even try to see them, but my children don't give a fuck. And we don't either. We want you to just leave us the fuck alone. My babies don't even want to talk to his ass. Every time you call my son, you want to talk to me. God damn it, didn't you just have a baby? Why are you in my business? Why are you still giving that energy like you want to fight? You want to argue? You want to do all this extra shit. You can't do nothing. Nothing. Just leave us alone. This motherfucker go from being nice. 2 days later, this motherfucker called my son on his birthday. With this dry ass energy. Pulling energy. I get it. Some parents don't want their children to do better than them. But my baby, as long as he got me, my baby gonna do good. You be trying to get used. That's what them narcissist fathers and parents do. Sometimes having a child with just the mother is all that fucking matter and all that's needed. But one thing I can say, I think their dad tried to turn them against me before. He tried to tell my son that I treat my daughter better than him. And when he did that, my son realized you don't have to explain nothing about nothing to your children. Eventually, they will grow older and see who's the problem. You don't have to talk bad about them. I don't talk bad about their dad. I don't argue with them. I know my son probably like, Mom, why you don't argue? Why you don't be saying nothing back to him? Because that's energy. I'm not finna give him that. I done gave him 11, 12, 13 years out of my whole life. You think I want to sit there and argue with a motherfucker? No. This motherfucker don't even comprehend a true argument. You argue with yourself. I know how to be a mirror to the motherfuckers with low vibrations. I know how to be your mirror. I will silence myself, look at you, cause judgment on your wicked soul, and allow you to see you through me and see how ugly you are. Because I can't return fire with fire. I can't give evil to evil. I can't fight evil with evil. No. Then that wouldn't be my motherfucking purpose here. That wouldn't be who I was destined to be. I wasn't destined to be an arguer, a 1-800 good arguer. I don't even know how to argue. I know how to throw them hands, but I don't know how to argue, baby. Try Jesus, don't try me. Okay? So I know my children be sitting there like, my mama don't never say nothing back to him. Because he's talking to himself. They're talking to themselves. You don't even know me. You don't know me. You are still going off the old program of years ago. Things that used to trigger me no longer trigger me. I don't give a fuck about your life. And I know that sounds pitiful, but that's the Scorpio coming out of me. I don't give a fuck about your life, whether it's life or death. I don't give a fuck. If you here or you gone, I don't care. But I would rather you be here and learn than to wish death upon your vessel. That's not my job. Even though I'm best friends with the angels of death, I still won't command it on somebody's life because I know my words are so powerful. The moment I think it, speak it, and feel it, it shall happen. I'm not going to wish that on nobody. But when I tell you these people are so pitiful, it's like when they treat the chosen ones wrong, they still want a part of us. That's just like the pale skin. Y'all done did all this bullshit, and y'all still don't want to let us go. Why? Why do you want to hold on to something you so badly hate? These motherfuckers don't want to see you win or lose. They don't want to see you win or lose. They think we need them. What if I told you it was just the ego while we did come around sometime? To show you motherfuckers how good God has favored over my life. To show you how motherfucking hard your witchcraft and witchery never fucking mattered and worked. Let me show you to your face how I'm still breathing when you played in nothing but death spells and magic. Let me show you how gods, the gods of the universe, have more power than you wicked bitches will ever be able to step through. Sometimes I don't go around people just because I miss you, want to see you. Hey, Bill. Hey, bitch. It's the ego that I can never deplete or erase. We all have an ego. You just have to balance it, tame it. Don't let it overconsume you, and you don't overuse it. It be the motherfucking ego. I want you to see how powerless you truly are. I want you to see how you missed out on the opportunity of being in heaven on earth. I want you to see how these children that you wanted me to give up on and take for granted, how they thriving, how they're gorgeous, how they're beautiful, always well kept, well respectable, play too much and freely can speak their mind, even about me. I want you to see how all your projections have treated me like a bullshit ass little girl my whole life, half of my life. How it turned me into a mother that would never, ever, ever hurt her children the way you bitches hurt me. I want you to see how I alchemized that hurt and turned it into bliss. I want you to see how you took every sibling of mine and turned them against me and made me stop the CPS cases because I didn't want them to go through the shit that I went through. I want you to look them in their face and say, you're all I got, because I know she ain't coming back. I no longer will be used by the wicked. I no longer can be used. Take every gift I've ever gifted you with as a pardon gift. Goodbye. And I don't say goodbye a lot, but I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye. Stop every blood moon, every moon you motherfuckers channel my energy and try to send attacks. Every motherfucking full moon you motherfuckers are in your head masturbating, all type of shit about me. Every time you motherfuckers turn around, you can't keep my name and energy out your motherfucking desperate ass life. You want to see a fire sign? You want to see a motherfucking scorpion? Here she go. Here she go. Oh, she was a sweetheart. She didn't talk back. Oh, she don't like to argue. But that don't mean I don't cause judgment on you motherfuckers. Oh, you want me to forget it. Forgive and forget. I forgive. I wouldn't be as far as I am if I didn't. But the channeling every full moon cycle, it must stop. God damn it, are you tired yet? You probably won't even stop after you die. You probably will still be in the astral, not even in the astrals, in the lower forms of the life and death, still trying to pull on my energy. These motherfuckers so wicked, so desperate. How can we pull her back in? How? She need us. No, bitch. You need me. I don't need you to party. I don't need you to have fun. I don't need you to make or spend money. I don't need you as a babysitter. I don't need help with my children from the wicked. I don't need shit from you but you to just leave my energy alone. You're desperate. I get it. You're hungry for that energy. You haven't met a soul like me in generations ever since I've left. You haven't met another one. The love life that you constantly practice on every goddamn moon cycle and every day, it already happened, baby. Stop it. Because the more you pray on mine, you actually be the one that's single. And you are. These people want to be a part of your up and your down. They think they the reason why it happened. They the reason why it happened. They are the reason why your come up has succeeded. Because they're the balance. The good and the bad. The yin and the yang. But they're sorry. All of them are sorry. You damn right you sorry. You sorry piece of shit. You damn right you sorry. You ought to be. You ought to fucking be. You ought to be. And this ain't me just tripping. These people won't leave my goddamn energy alone. Goddamn. They create fake pages to watch me. They create nothing but fake illusions to watch me. They want to try to channel me to come back around just to abuse me. They want to get close and near to my children to abuse them. It's too late. These motherfuckers too powerful. They even too powerful for me. When I be trying to have my daughter like, ain't that right? Then your brother just do some weird shit. She look at me and be like, I'm siding with my brother on this one, baby girl. And I can't be mad because I taught them that. See, your sibling is the most important person in your life because your sibling grow up with you. And them narcissist parents knew that. That's why they turned the sibling that was weaker against you. The siblings are your most important piece in this project, in this game of life. That's why you teach the siblings to love each other, even go against mom. But don't try to come at me because y'all try to jump me. I'm going to tear y'all ass up. Boop, 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 tear you up. What I'm saying is you have your brother back no matter if he right or wrong. But when he's wrong, hold him accountable. When you see your sister battling with some things, you have her back no matter what. But hold her accountable. I've been talking to my son, no eating in a room because y'all leave crumbs on the floor. And that's ants and stuff can come in the house for that. And my daughter tried to go eat some cheese sticks in a room and he was on her head. I told my baby when he cut his cake last night, I said, you cut your cake and you give the first piece to whoever you cherish the most this year on your birthday. I knew who he was going to give it to, but I just wanted to see how his heart actually worked. He gave his cake to her, the first piece. And he tricked me, though, because it looked like he was going to give it to me. But he gave it to her. And I said, oh, you gave it to your sister? Her little innocence just broke down so gently, like, she just got to baby mode so quickly, like, thank you, Bubba, and gave him a hug. I said, you cherish your sister the most this year, huh? He said, I said, over me? He looked at me in my eyes and was like, I said, that's okay. That's what I don't want. That's what I want. Then he tried to give me the second piece, big ass piece. I don't want that. I don't like eating all that cake at night. I'm trying to go to sleep. Just because what you trying to say? What you trying to say? Because I got some belly, you want to give me a big old piece? No, you eat that. I'm about to eat this little bitty piece and go to bed because I ain't got time to have heartburn. So it feels so good to have children that it's like I get to relive my childhood through my children. To see how loving they are to each other is something I always wanted from my siblings. My siblings used to be so jealous on my birthdays and didn't help me with my chores on my birthdays. And they actually cherish each other on each other's birthdays. So he had money. He bought him Roblox and he still bought his sister Roblox too. Gave her the first piece of cake. Wouldn't dare to eat my last. I have to force him to eat my last. I am living the dream. I am the wealthiest woman in the world right now. The wealthiest. Yes, I am. I am the richest, wealthiest, billionaire, millionaire, trillionaire, as long as I have my 2 heartbeats. The 2 that love me through it all. The 2 that love me through my sickness, my health, my chunkiness, my slimness, my stinky butt when I'm getting in the shower, cleaning up, my sweaty arms when I'm sweaty, still want to sleep in my bed. When I pass gas, they still want to be in my bed. My 2. These are mine. These are my manifestations. I manifested them. You motherfuckers didn't. I asked for them. This wasn't no mistake children. These were children that I actually wanted and created. And I honestly don't think I needed a man to do it. But in this day in life, you do kind of need a man to help out a little bit. That's why I don't give a fuck whether a man come or go. Baby, I'm gonna have my 2. And I ain't finna play with no man either. Ain't no man about to sit up in me and my children face trying to cause destruction or create chaos in my motherfucking household. Bye, bitch. Bye. These are mine. I finally got somebody that loves me for all of me. I finally got the love I always wanted outside of me. I love myself completely, but to experience love outside of you, I don't get how some mothers still search for love when you got it sitting right in the other room. These are the only two people that know, or the only people that know your heart from the inside. These are my blessings, my creation, and I'm forever gonna glow for them. Glow, make it work, travel, have everything we need for them too. That's my babies. They're fucking minds. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. They're minds, bitch. They're fucking minds. And their father, their father is God. God told me that himself. The masculine God came to me himself when I was cleaning up. And he told me, just like I took you in when you was abandoned, I took your children in. That's why we don't trip about an absent dad. We got the Father. He took me in. We not talking about Jesus, baby. You can get up off of here with that. Don't get blocked. Don't fuck up the moment. Call and talk about some Jesus. We talking about the Creator God. Jesus is not God. He's the Son of God. Oh, here y'all go. These matrix workers. These matrix Christians. Anywho, God is the father of my children. God is the father of me. Okay? My mother is also present. Mother Gaia, which is God's creative wife. Okay? His union. Not even his wife. His union. Because they don't be talking about wives and marriage and shit up there for real. Not for real. That's just a contract so the government can watch y'all two together as one. As soon as you put it on paper, they get to playing curses and shit on your shit. But anywho, I'm out of here, y'all. I love y'all. I didn't have much to really say. I just wanted to express that, but I cried a lot already, so that's probably why I couldn't get deep into it, because I already done released. I already done, you know, got a visit from my grandfather energetically. Got a visit from my children. My baby had a good time. All he really wanted was Roblox. Yeah. And I'm happy. I love you all, Ashe.